1.
Welcome to the Enigma Daily, everybody. Sorry I'm running about 30 seconds late. I had a small technical issue with my equipment that I will not bother you with, but let's get right into it, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about a hot topic that's making its round, and I'm making the rounds, and I wore the appropriate shirt. It's basically the claim from Congressman Tim Burchett that there are alien UFO bases hiding in the oceans in our waters. Now, at first, when you hear that claim, people will just dismiss it outright, saying, no, that's impossible. That couldn't possibly be that way. But actually, I've actually met Tim Burchett in person. I was at the first UAP hearing that went down in November 13th, 2024. They called it the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon Exposing the Truth Conference or something like that. So I was actually there, right? And I was right outside the hallway. I almost got into the hearing itself, but I was outside the hallway listening because I could hear everything that was going on. And after Tim Burchett spoke, he's from Tennessee, I'm from Tennessee. He came down the hallway and I stopped him and we actually had a really good conversation. He took a few pictures. You can actually go to my Instagram, my TikTok, and probably the community sections on our main channel and see this as well. He is a very sound dude. He is not a he has a sound mind and body, I would say, and I would think that he takes this topic extremely serious. So the most recent one that went down was happened September 9th, 2025, and they titled it the Restoring Public Trust Through UAP Transparency and Whistleblower Protection. I know that was a mouthful. Anyways, restoring public trust through UAP, transparency, and whistleblowing protection. So now, as we have been doing on here, we took some of your suggestions under consideration, and now we have developed a new way to present these things. So here's the actual news article. This news article will go in the comments of this video. If you're new to the channel, how we get down around here, we are the sister channel of the Ancient Enigma Files. We do short form lives Monday through Friday at noon. 8, 10 to 15 minutes is giving you the daily dose of stuff that's actually going on in real time. If you want some of our longer form content where we have our guest on and speak, go to the homepage on this YouTube channel, go over there and give the Ancient Enigma Files a follow, and we'll be right up your alley. So anyways, how this went down here is that Tim Burchett makes the claim that there are UFO, UAP alien bases hiding in the waters of the earth. He says that there's anywhere from, I want to make sure I get this right, says that there's anywhere from 5 to 8, I would say is a good guesstimate of what he said. He might have said, 5 to 7, but I'm just going to say 5 to 8 UFO bases down there. Now, there's also been claims, or it's not even claims, there's actually several historical, or I would say items on record from the U.S. Navy about unidentified USOs, unidentified submersible objects, traveling at about 100 miles an hour under the water. And it would make sense. I've seen videos of these crafts going, 100 miles an hour and then hitting the water and then not even really causing a splash. That's called a transmedium aircraft for those who want to go full nerd here. And he says that they are traveling in and out of our oceans at will, and there's nothing that we can do to stop about them, and that not necessarily that there's a threat. He's just saying that we know this is real, and that public has the right to know, which I agree with. Now, I've had some pretty strong theories on that, and the theories actually line up with, wait for it, biblical scriptures. If you read the book of Revelations in the Bible, even if you're not a religious person, the Bible is an excellent source for history. The book of Revelations talk about the beasts of the end times coming out of the ocean. All the beasts come out of the ocean during the end times. And there's also scriptures where Jesus cast demons into swine, and the swine ran into the ocean. There's also, you can also go to other historical records from other cultures. For example, Japan. The emperor of Japan claims his lineage from a woman who came out of the ocean in an egg. The current emperor today, it's an unbroken line of male descendants going back thousands and thousands of years. I think the Dogon people of Africa claim that half man, half fish creatures came out of the sky and taught them, you know, technology or about the stars, and they lived in the oceans as well. And if you go and read the book of Enoch, the book of Enoch has chapters in there about how God punished the women who laid with the fallen angels by turning them into sirens and mermaids, and of course, casting them into the ocean. You can even go down more a deep rabbit hole if you want to go and look what NASA was really founded for. NASA's original mission was to study the ocean, not space. And so there's actually, I read a good article, but I couldn't triple verify the news source on it, that NASA literally, you know, has sectioned off parts of the ocean where there's megalodons in there, right? So a lot of strange things occur and happen in the ocean. And I also have a very strong feeling that we, the United States military, we have, you know, deep underground military bases called DUMBs all over the earth. Some of them are probably in the oceans. And I think one of those is a portable one that we use. It looks like a giant dome that goes around in the oceans as well. So a lot of strange stuff goes on in the oceans, and it would be a perfect hiding place to do it. But again, I've met Tim Burchett. I've spoken with him as well. And he is a very, very credible man, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people just don't trust politicians by, you know, default, right? But I found him to be a good guy and a good source. Now, he made this comment, and I know he actually believes it because, like I said, I spoke with the man. I had a genuine conversation with him, and I spoke with him several times. Well, a couple times about it as well. I did not go to the second one after going to the first one because another theory that I have is that the earth is not flat. It's not. It's totally round. I've flown around this earth. You know, that's a whole nother story, but I've literally circumnavigated the globe in an airplane coming out of Diego Garcia. But I do believe in the firmament. I do believe that nothing can come into this atmosphere or out of this atmosphere. I also do believe that the Apollo moon missions, all of them were fake. I believe all of that, right? We've never been back. Apollo moon missions were the only ones to go do it. No other country ever did it. You see some fake videos of them trying to do it. But the firmament is real. And in the Bible, it talks about, in, you know, again, the book of Revelations, about the skies rolling back like a scroll. Now that right there is 100%, 100% a portal opening up in the sky. I think the only way to get in and out of this earth is through a portal. I know a lot of people want to say that the earth is a prison planet, that we're trapped here. That's a whole nother, we can do that whole nother episode on that. I want to stay on topic here. But I've determined a long time ago that the craft that we see moving in and out around the earth, they're not coming from millions and millions of miles away. Yes, that's advanced technology. But those beings, or, you know, I know people don't like those beings, demons, angels, whatever you want to call them. In my opinion, those beings have been here longer than us. They've been here way longer than us. And they live, in the Bible again, says those who live on the earth, and in the waters will be judged in, in the end times. So I don't think they're coming in and out of the atmosphere. And when I heard that, when I came to that realization of that, I kind of lost interest in the UAP, UFO, alien phenomenon. We lived in I would say I hate using the term, a closed environment, but I think we live in a semi-closed environment. And there's, traveling light years away, this doesn't make sense. I don't believe space is not a vacuum. It's Nikola Tesla, and it used to be on the periodic table, talk about space being an ether, right? A substance of some sort. The Bible talks about it, says the firmament separates the waters from above. I don't think it's water either. It's some kind of fluid maybe, but it's definitely not water, and it's definitely not a void. I mean, there's not even a formula to prove the theory of relativity, which is gravity or whatever. I mean, anyway, so right up the alley with this channel, that's what we get into. And again, I'll tell you that I'm a firm believer that everything we've been told about in our entire history is a complete lie. everything. Now, I do think the truth is starting to really come out and pick up speed where people are asking a lot of questions, but I do think that they're going through some growing pains where they talk about how the earth is flat and this is all this other stuff. And they've never even left the county that they were born in. So yeah, a lot of people do that. And I don't argue with people who believe that. I know flat earthers that are really good guys, but I just don't, I know for a fact it's not based on personal life experience. So, but I do believe in my heart that these UFOs, UAPs, a large portion of them are ours. I do believe that Tim Burchett is well aware of the bases that are in the ocean. I do believe our government knows a lot about the life that lives in the ocean, and maybe they're about to start letting us know that. I know they're calling like 800 generals back to Washington. I think they got to be there by Monday. I'm not really sure of that, but I've just heard that story this morning. So I do know that maybe that's something that's going on, and maybe, that they are well aware of it. But I have met Tim Burchett. Again, here's his card. We got it somewhere right here. I have met Tim Burchett. He's a good guy. He is highly intelligent, and he believes deeply in this. And I also believe that our government always knows more than they're letting us know. I think they're worried about the impact that this would have with religion. And I think that it actually proves religion, but that's just me. It proves the book of Revelations, that the things that are living in the oceans. And we just, if we can't agree on what to call them, let's just call them the not us's, the non-humans, and just go from there. So that's your quick hit for the day. This is a brand new channel, the Enigma Daily. We're the sister channel of the Ancient Enigma Files. And we give Monday through Friday, we go live talking about live events that are going on. Our format is really quick, 8, 10, 15-minute videos max, where we talk about this type of stuff right here. We talk about UFOs, conspiracies, cryptids, paranormal stuff, and just strange news and lost history in general. Now, we are a new channel, and I am seeking feedback. So if you have any suggestions on how we can improve this format, please put that in the comments below and let me know, and I will read them, and we will look into making that happen. Also, give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe. We are looking to get our algorithm going here pretty good. It doesn't cost you anything, but it actually helps us out immensely. And again, so thank you for turning in. So friends, families, and enemies, we'll see you tomorrow, and we're out.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.